All right, welcome to Mountain Real Estate Podcast. Today is a very special treat because Alex and I are sitting very close to each other. And um, yeah, we have Alex here in person at the Day household, which is a real special treat.
Wanted to do it side by side.
Yes, yes. And we're really only here to appease Narendra because we both know Narendra and know what his peer pressure is like. And that's why we're here recording this podcast.
Yep. So this can go out wherever it needs to, as long as they're just happy.
Surrender's happy. He'll be happy. All right, Alex, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Tell you about myself. Live in Silverthorne, have two kids. Find ourselves skiing and doing all the Summit County things on the weekends, and builder in the county, and just doing that every day.
Every day.
Yep.
Every day. How long have you been in Summit?
We moved in 2009.
Okay.
Yep. So depending on who you ask, long time or short time, because it seems like we're in the weird in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There weren't a lot of, it's either the 30-year people or the 5-year people.
Yep. It's best just to state the year and let people
Yeah.
do what they want.
Judge. Awesome. Awesome. And how long have you been at Rockridge?
I started at Rockridge in 2011. Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's 15 years.
Yep. Fishing before that and worked all kinds of jobs, snowboard stuff, ski shops. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
An important question. Are you a snowboarder or a skier?
I came here a snowboarder and then I started skiing.
Hmm.
Yep. I understand you're in that process right now.
Yes,
Yep.
it's not a pretty process to
Yep.
start learning at 40, but
And then you have to go back because the kids get faster than you.
yes,
Mhm.
that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I waited for you for 5 years. Now you wait for me.
hmm But sometimes skiing makes a little bit more sense.
Makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually just snowboarded recently, but it's so fun. So fun. Okay, that's not what we're here to talk about, snowboarding, but all right, Alex, let's talk about what we're here to talk about today, which is kind of property management for homeowners that are not renting. So we find that a lot in Summit County where we have second homeowners that aren't here all the time, but they want some validation that their house is still okay, but they're not paying a property manager to come clean and check in tenants and check out tenants. So I think I understand that Rockridge is looking into doing this. So why don't you tell us what you guys are doing?
Yeah, we got interested in the idea of kind of watching out for the houses that we completed because we get calls all the time. Hey, I just arrived in town. I have this little leak, or maybe a homeowner hires a property manager who's there and they end up calling us and saying, what should we do? Or can you send me the plans? Can you send me the photos? For example, today, someone called and said the sprinkler system's leaking on one of the Shot Kill homes we completed. So we provide all the information. We might as well just close out there.
Oh,
But yeah, we're excited about it. We're only offering it to primarily houses we've completed.
okay.
Um, and we're open to things in the future, but right now we just want to be in the houses that we built and keep an eye on them and make sure they're good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. So the property manager usually has issues and wants to talk to you about the background of the plans.
Yeah, so the people that are signing up with us, it makes a lot of sense because usually it goes property manager to the builder to the owner and then back down that telephone train. And by the
Mhm.
time the owner gets the issue fixed, we've gotten pulled into it. We haven't billed for it. They're going to get billed from the property manager and the subcontractor. So now if we get a call, we just deal with it. And the report that goes to the owner is just, here's what happened. It's fixed. So it's just more efficient for everyone. And we started it selfishly. We talked about it like 5 or 10 years ago and
Okay.
said it's not worth it. But now we found ourselves working so much for free with the volume of homes we've completed.
Uh,
It's a mutually beneficial agreement. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go a little off script here. What are the types of calls that you get?
Most common one for sure is how do I address this flow logic? As a realtor, I'm sure you get that all the time too. You walk into a house, the flow logic's beeping because someone flushed the toilet or something happened, the settings aren't set high enough. So far and above, the most commonly asked question is why isn't my flow logic working?
Okay.
Yeah.
And FlowLogic is for others. Explain what FlowLogic is.
Flow logic is your insurance company when you buy a house is going to tell you you need a water cop. That can be leak defense, flow logic. Those are brand names, kind of like calling, soda, Coke, or whatever you might do.
Yeah.
Um, So essentially, it's a valve closer that you can set on a way, closes the water off to your house. And if someone walks in and flushes the toilet and it senses any flow, it goes off.
Okay.
Irrigation systems, people coming into the house, trying to run the water a little bit, these things go off all the time. So great for insurance companies, really bad for homeowners who are worrying about their house, thinking that the water is flowing from the
When they
ceilings
don't.
into the, yeah.
Which is a good thing in general. Like the technology is good because it gives some peace of mind that you know
Yeah.
what's going on in your house, even if you're not there. But I think the technology is still evolving a little bit, right? For the
Yeah.
sensitivity.
Yeah. If we stay off script, the whole reason we do this, because it's winter a long time here, except for this year.
Right.
And we want to make sure there's no water intrusion in the house. So whether it's the FlowLogic saying something from the internal plumbing, radiant heat, sprinkler system
Mhm.
is happening. The FlowLogic doesn't monitor the sprinkler system, but it's something we check on. Um, and then heat tape, a lot of the houses designed today are reliant on heat tape, and we all know heat tape goes bad
Mhm.
after a certain period of time. So you never want the house to be sitting for a whole season and have, for example, like an internal drain that is relying on heat tape not work, because that would be a big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys know the ins and outs of the homes, and then you also get the calls from property managers when there's questions about things going wrong. So you're just cutting out the middleman and becoming that first call for homeowners.
Yeah, exactly. And for us, honestly, it's we don't do any rentals. It's we expect a certain level of quality with our homes.
Yeah.
And if we take a home on, we want to be able to kind of deliver that same amount of quality. We want to stay on people's minds.
Hmm.
So it's a shame to have an owner get a recommendation from a property manager that's a different builder for their next home. We'd like to avoid that, kind of fill the pipeline.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems to be working out and benefit both parties. But
Nice.
yeah, I think I'm sitting here with you because uh, as a realtor resource, if there's a client that's a good fit, we'd be more than happy to, speak with them and see if it would work. Honestly,
Awesome.
there's certain years of homes and types of homes that we probably wouldn't want to get
You would
involved
not
in.
do our house.
I mean, for you maybe, but yeah, that's the gist of what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, it's very timely because when Narendra was talking about this, I have a couple clients right now who are second homeowners who are just like, well, what do I do? I had a call today from a past client that was like, so my wife is there and the shower's not turning on. The water is just like completely stopped. So a lot of it goes back to plumbing.
Yep.
And he's like, do you know any plumbers? And I'm like, I do, but that's not really our fastest trade here in Summit County, most responsive.
Yep.
We have great plumbers, but it's also really hard to get the good ones out on a dime.
That's a really good point. I think the main reason we bring effectiveness is because we have work for these people in the future, so they pick
Hmm.
up the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those relationships matter a lot
they do
here.
in a small town.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, we find like sometimes our clients just want peace of mind of like somebody to drive by and check on the house, turn on the lights, make sure there's nothing crazy happening. And that is enough. And sometimes it's people to deal with the problems quickly and effectively. And
Yep,
those are the two things we get asked for. So
yep.
sounds like you guys are doing both.
Yeah, and you went off script and then forgot to ask me some of your other questions.
Oh,
So
oh,
I'll fill it in.
thank you.
One
We're really good
thing,
at this.
one thing we do offer to the clients that I think is different than the other home care companies is when we're in a house, when we leave it, they get a report. So everything that
Okay.
was inspected immediately is sent to the homeowner.
Oh,
They can see that the house is locked, see what we checked, and they know what's happening. It's not just a blind trust exercise.
okay.
It's pretty easy, and I don't doubt that other people will be offering that soon, but right now it seems to be something that is differentiated from the other
Yeah.
the other services.
Okay. So you formalize it a little bit.
Yep,
You don't just
exactly.
show up and say everything's fine. You write it
Correct.
down.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. Which in Summit County, I think most people are operating off of
Yes.
just showing up and saying, "Trust me, I got it."
I agree. I
Yeah,
think writing things down goes a long way for
a
people
very
that are used
simple
to.
simple concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so if you build a house for a client, or let's say we have a client that's like, hey, I'm looking for somebody to check on my property or just be my go-to. I'm not renting it out. I just want that peace of mind. One, how do they find you? Or do they wait until they have a problem before they find you? And then two, like how does the process work and how often do you do your thing?
We offer, well, there was a lot of questions packed into that.
Which were on script.
How we do it is we can go in weekly or bi-monthly. I think 2 times a month is plenty for
Hmm.
these houses. The service can be paused when homeowners are in town and um, things like that. As far as finding us, honestly, this will probably be the only marketing exercise we do because honestly, each call we've made to previous owners, it makes so much sense that they sign right up.
Yeah.
We're conscious to keep the volume down
Yeah.
because right now I'd say we have room uh, for a limited number of homes, and we're coming up against that threshold.
Okay.
So we wouldn't ever, if you call me tomorrow and say, "Hey, I have 30 people,"
Once they watch this podcast, I
can't
might have
can't
30
take
people.
everybody. Yeah. So we're conscious of not diluting the service we offer by taking on too
Oh,
many people.
that
Um,
service. That's great to hear. We don't hear that very often,
um,
except for from plumbers.
for us, it's not a really high revenue generator. We just want to
Hmm.
stay on people's minds and
Yeah.
be there when you need a remodel on your home or you want to build the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that service goes a long way in building the reputation and
Yep.
relationships.
Yeah. So I think it'd be on an individual basis, you or anyone that hears this. I
All right.
have a bet that I'm not going to get any calls from this, but
All right, you heard that. You have heard that. Now just reach out and I will give you Alex's number and we'll bombard him with this podcast.
um, yeah, but honestly, just kind of on a case by case basis, we'll
Okay.
look at it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And there are other companies out there that are doing it, but I think you guys have a couple unique things, especially being in the building space and writing reports.
Yep. It's pretty simple.
No, it's very fancy. All right. Is there anything else that our listeners should know about you or Rockridge or home check,
I think that's it for the home care program.
home
And
care?
but this was a first fun go for me on initial podcast.
You're going to be famous soon. Welcome
I
to the podcast world.
thank you. Yeah, I'm ready for it.
All right. Well, Alex has given us a challenge to reach out and make sure that he has too many calls about this service based on this podcast. So I challenge all of you to call Alex from Rockridge tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for being here, Alex.